way this plays out in the differences between men and women is really fascinating to me, especially as somebody who grew up sort of a liberal, borderline progressive who thought that the differences between men and women were mainly cultural. And as an adult, and as a parent and a husband, realizing the differences between men and women are not just these superficial, sort of cultural things. Like there's things different at the ground, obviously. I mean, biologically, clearly, there's these differences. In terms of this relationship between individualism and collectivism, you also have within men and women, men sometimes associated with individuality and individualism, women being more prone to collectivism maybe, or, they're more engaged socially. But then it flips when you're talking about the biology, because this is wild to me. I really love this idea that the reproductive cells of men, it's this collection of millions and millions of these reproductive cells. And then with women, it's just one individual reproductive cell. And these things kind of flip-flop. So, while men are sometimes associated with individuality, their reproductive cells are this collection of millions of tiny individuals. And then women associated with the collective only produce this single egg every 28 days. And it's pretty cool, like little relationship, and men being associated with an object and women being associated with a space. Men act in the world, but women make all the people. Objects do penetrate space, like the object, whether it's a molecule or whatever, it's penetrated the space. I don't think it's a coincidence that is the situation with men and women. I'm trying not to be like a third grader about this, but yes, like it is kind of funny. And there's this idea in the Hindu and Jewish tradition, there's this upward-facing triangle that represents the masculine, and a downward-facing triangle that represents the feminine. And again, this is a really cool, sort of simple, kind of elegant illustration, because it does match up with our being, our physical beings. I guess as an adult, you should be like, of course, yeah, it rhymes. It's like. But I'm still sort of astonished by this, and I'm astonished that nobody pointed this out to me in my childhood or even my early adulthood, that reality has these really kind of beautiful correspondences in terms of nature. And sometimes I think about this, and it's just all I can say is like, God is great, man, because I don't know what else to say.